gone over, do you remember when you were in high school or college and for whatever reason you would end up going over to a friend's house for a holiday? Or some other special event, and it was always cool, but yet weird, because no two families are alike, and the families always do something a little bit strange. You're like, why are they doing this? This is a little bit weird. You know, it's that culture shock that happens. I lived on the road, and that was a ride, because we stayed in people's houses, and so every week sometimes you end up in somebody else's house. And some people are really, really neat, and they're completely professional in their dealings with you. You're living with them. What can I get you? Can I get you anything from the kitchen? Other people are like stacked on the couch, but man, our house is your house. You want something? The refrigerator's right over there. You help yourself. I ain't gonna help you.
Amen.
I was kind of like those houses. I'm like, okay, I don't have to worry about anything. I don't have to worry about messing up the carpet because I'm okay. I can just go make a mess. And, you know, we'd move in. You bring 4 or 5 college students into a house, and laptops are multiplying around the house, and launching, and then there's people who'd be like, and I always wonder about these people, because you wonder, you know, sometimes people are overly polite, right? You know, people say things and they don't mean it, and it's always hard to know, are you meaning this? And then you play that game. You ever play that game? You go, oh, no, I don't really want it. Oh, no, please, we'd love to. No, you don't have to do that, which means, please, I hope you'll ask me one more time. And you play that game, they go, oh, we'll do your laundry for you. Oh, no, that's okay. And then, oh, no, we'll really do it. They go grab it. You know, you're like, you have no idea. I live on the road. That pair of pants been worn for 3 weeks straight. They actually did the whole show on their own. You really don't want to take that. You know, you don't want to mess with that. There's these little rules that everybody has. You know, have you ever gone to a different culture, to a different country, and been shocked with, you know, things that seem normal aren't? We had a couple Australians that came on the road with us, and they had a huge culture clash because words that were inappropriate in America are very appropriate there, so they'd be up on stage cursing. You know, you're like, you can't say that on stage. Not in front of Christian kids. Their parents would get really irritated with you. What? And there's things that we would say that were completely, absolutely fine for us that were horrible words there. And you know, you'd say, oh, what? I'm not going to do anything.
Oh, come on.
Some of you from Australia would be offended. So, yeah, they think it's strange. Now, I want you to imagine that you're part of the Israelites. We've been on this journey through the book of Exodus. And the Israelites are there, and they have this unique, weird culture because they've been the people without a culture to a certain extent because they've been in captivity. They've been slaves, so they've been kind of beat down. So 400 years of slavery has kind of eroded a lot of the culture and the self-trust and the customs in their nation. And then, suddenly, God starts seriously moving. God starts seriously moving and setting them free. And the Egyptians all know it, right? Because, well, God's devastating the Egyptian economy, their culture, their spirituality, everything. By the end of the 10 plagues, I mean, there's nothing left. And so there are some Egyptians that are brilliant people. And they're like, let's do the math. Their God's big. Our gods are little. Maybe we should go with them. And look at here, our land's devastated. And their God's taking them out. Taking them to a new land that's supposed to be flowing with milk and honey. So they show up at the Office of Acquisitions of the Israelites and say, we would like to join. We would like to become part of the Israelites. And the Israelites are in a mad dash out of Egypt. By the time the 10th plague falls, they're like, all right, whatever, join on. So now there's these people that are like, woohoo, we're on the gravy train. And then suddenly they realize they are on a road trip with a strange family. Shell came on a road trip with us. I'm going to tell a story on my wife. This is probably the worst. I usually don't make her look bad. And it doesn't really make her look bad. So we were on the road, and she was on the road, or we were on the road, and she came and was traveling with us. I don't remember why she was riding with us and not driving her own vehicle, but that's irrelevant. She was in the truck with us. And we are, as performers and people that were with kids, you're constantly just talking, hanging out with kids. And you know how they say that like men have so many words and women have so many words and women have more words than men? And so they wear, you know, men are done with words by the end of the day and the women are just really warmed up. And that's a problem at home because why aren't you talking to me? He's got no more words for this. There's nothing left. It's nothing, doesn't like you. He just has nothing to say. And so we were kind of like that. By the time we'd get done with a weekend at some place or we'd hang out with kids and talking with kids and play with kids, we'd get in the truck and we used to joke we didn't talk until sundown, because you get in the morning at, 8 in the morning, get in the truck and drive, and at about 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night, when it started to get evening, everyone would start to wake up and start to communicate. At that point, headphones are in, books are being read, staring out the window, you're in comatose land. Well, Shell is a single mom who is really excited to be around other people. She jumps in the back of the truck and she's just talking and talking and talking, and no one's really responding, but she's got adults, so it's, finally I looked at her, because I'm rude, and I looked at her and I'm like, Shell, we don't talk in the truck. We don't talk in the truck, which was rude on my part, but I was trying to help her, and she didn't take it very well. She took it really well, and kind of figured that out after that this was the silent zone, stop. And so suddenly, these Egyptians who are with the Israelites are wired people, weird people. And we're on this journey with them, and at first it's pretty cool, because again, going through the Red Sea, where God took them up to this big body of water, and they were trapped, the Egyptians were coming, and they were pretty nervous because, uh-oh, that could be my brother-in-law, and we've never gotten along, and he's back there in the army. They're kind of scared, And then the water part, God parts the water, they go through on dry ground, and they're, wow, this is amazing. This God, I love this God. And then they get out in the wilderness, and suddenly, there's no satellite radio, there's no satellite TV, you're just surrounded with a bunch of weird people. And they're going, what have we gotten ourselves